Hello everyone, Dr. Joan Coleman here, owner, director of Let Me Be Me, a program which inspires confidence in people of all ages. Let me tell you something, you can do anything you want at any age. And here to prove it is my guest, Veronique Cardon. Hello, how are you?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, you're welcome. She is the Immigrant Entrepreneur of 2019, and I'm so excited to have her here. She's also, look at her award. Isn't it gorgeous? She is amazing. She has CogniDiet. She talks about fat, stress, anxiety, how to breathe, how to go to sleep at night. She knows a whole slew of things and much, much more. Tell our audience about the CogniDiet.
Okay, a little bit about my story first.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm an immigrant. That's why I won the Immigrant Entrepreneurship Award of New Jersey. And I came in '95, and all my career was in commercial roles in the pharmaceutical industry. And the reason I live in Princeton is because I worked at Johnson & Johnson.
Okay.
But then I decided in my 50s that I wanted a new challenge in my life. And I had studied nutrition. I got a master's degree in 2006, and I developed the CogniDiet. The idea is that you can only lose weight if you change the way you think and if you change the way you behave, especially for the long term. So I did a clinical trial with medical experts and psychologists called the CogniDiet clinical trial. The results were amazing. 40 women, average 52. They lost an average weight of 12 pounds in 12 weeks. The maximum was 33 pounds.
Wow.
Which is impressive when you're in
Yes.
your 50s.
Yes.
And I presented it at the American College of Nutrition. I presented an abstract also at the American Society for Nutrition last year. And then I wrote 2 books who were published. And now, since September 2019, I've launched my program completely online. So you can follow the 12 weeks. Every day you get an email, and you can go on your private website and listen to me and my French immigrant accent to inspire you to lose weight and to give you tips to eliminate sugar and adopt new behaviors.
How awesome is this? Listen, she's an immigrant. She came over here, and at the age of 50, she started a whole new business. Let me ask you this. So someone watching this wants to know, well, what does this consist of? How does this work? Can you let them know?
Well, okay, so a little bit about me first. I've been living with chronic depression and anxiety for a long time, and I got really seriously ill in 2006. And the way I became healthier again, and I've been completely functioning, is I started to meditate. I started to run every day, and I started to use cognitive behavioral therapy. And I am absolutely certain that I was able to rewire my brain to become more positive and optimistic and happy in my life and focus on joy. And that gave me the idea as a nutritionist that if I could rewire my brain to be happy, you can rewire your brain to create new, happy, and healthy pathways, because your brain is plastic. So there is no limit of age. You can always learn new behaviors or new thoughts. You just have to practice. It's not going to come like this. You're not going to change your trains of thoughts that have been ingrained in habits for 20 years. But if you work at it, you can change it. And this is why in my clinical trial, women after 1 year had maintained their weight loss. Because the secret is not to lose weight, it's to maintain it.
Right.
It's because they changed their approach and the way they look at food. And instead of going for an ice cream, they will be happy with a strawberry. Or if they feel like they have a craving, they're gonna go for a walk, or they're gonna do a mini meditation rather than caving to the craving, because it's gonna go away after 1 or 2 minutes anyhow.
Wow. You said something. That's what Let Me Be Me inspires to do. Change the minds and the thoughts of young people, young adults, and people of all ages. And you just said that is possible.
It's
it
totally
can happen.
possible. It's called neuroplasticity. Yes.
Wow, okay. And so you are doing a great job. You talk about fats, you talk about sugar, you talk about anxiety. And tell
Well-
me more about that. Like,
Okay, that's a
Yes.
very good question. And I know about anxiety.
Yes.
Well, a lot of people, when they're stressed, are going to go for a cookie or an ice cream. And then you start to think, oh, I'm a bad girl, right?
yes.
But in fact, when a reaction like this to stress is really a fight or flight situation. And we are in fight or flight situation, there is an elevated level of glucose in our blood because we are supposedly feeding our muscle mass to fight or to flight. But we are not. We are stuck at the office, in a
Yes.
terrible meeting, in our car. So what it does is that your body thinks you have to replenish your reserves because your little brain thinks you've been fighting like a ninja, but you haven't. So you're gonna go for carbohydrates. So don't feel guilty about this. It's triggered by stress. So what you have to do is deal with your stress, and I give you tips for that, right? Emotions as well, of course. Emotions are very often triggering. It can be a happy emotion, but anger or jealousy or a feeling of loneliness or lack of self-confidence is gonna trigger your brain. Your brain wants to be happy. So your brain is gonna say, I want something to be happy. And guess what? Yes, a cookie or an ice
so
cream
true.
is gonna make your brain happy only for a few seconds. You have to find ways to make your brain happy other than with a cookie.
That is so true. I'm a witness to that. That is so true. I want to ask you this. I don't know if you know about this, but what about intermittent diet, intermittent
Okay.
fasting?
Very good question again. This is super hot right now. A lot has been published. I believe in it. And the idea is to give you a window of 8 hours to eat. In fact, it's the one that works the best. You eat during an 8-hour period and then you fast during 16 hours. But I'm talking real fasting. Okay, you can drink water and so forth.
Okay.
But don't have a vodka, okay? It's gonna count for a glass
No
of
vodka.
wine, okay? So
Okay.
what happens is that you feed your body, let's say from 8 o'clock in the morning with your breakfast to plus 8 is what, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? That should be your last meal. During the next 16 hours, your body is going to feed its needs for energy through your fat reserves.
Right.
Okay. I think also it's a good way to eat less because we eat way too much.
Yeah.
So that it works. Studies are showing it works, but you need discipline, right?
Yeah.
You need to say breakfast at 8, lunch maybe like at 11, 12, and last meal at 4.
So what
But
if-
even if you don't do intermittent fasting, one thing that's very important for weight loss and for your health, by the way, is to not eat for 12 hours between the time you go to bed and the time you wake up. If you cannot do intermittent fasting.
Yes. Tell me about your award. Tell us about how it came to be. I just want you to give the people a little bit of what it is and
okay.
why you received it.
Well, first of all, you can exercise with it. I think it's a couple of pounds, right?
Yes.
But I'm super proud, New Jersey Immigrant Entrepreneur Award, Rising Star Entrepreneurial Award.
Yes.
Yes, I'm French. That's why I got it. But I think the Coalition of Chamber of Commerce of New Jersey, as well as some business association like Asian lawyers and the Indian Chamber of Commerce, I mean like a whole slew of organizations, they had to submit nominations, and very lucky me, I was submitted by the Chamber of Commerce of Princeton, by somebody there.
Nice.
And to my surprise, I got a call like 2 weeks ago that I was selected as the Rising Star.
Wow.
Not bad after 50,
Yeah.
right? So there was a whole ceremony at Rutgers at their visitor center with the chancellor of the university and esteemed members of all these chambers and organizations, and there were like 4 awards. One award for sustainability business, innovation business, growth business, but I was really the entrepreneurial award. And I got it from Peter Crowley, who is the president of our chamber here. It's called the Mercer Chamber
Mercer.
now in Princeton. So that was really very moving.
Yes, your story is awesome. It's so fascinating, and I love that you started like something new at the age that you did. Now, tell the audience where they could reach you, your online, your email, everything. Tell them that.
So my business is called the CogniDiet in one word. I have a website, a Facebook page, an Instagram. I have a nice Pinterest page, and since September, the 1st of September 2019, you can get my program completely online for 12 weeks. 12 weeks, 12 chapters to help you change your behavior. So you have to be patient and committed, but if you do, it will work, because I have a 95% success rate.
Wow.
Okay, doesn't mean
Yes.
everybody's going to lose 30 pounds.
Yes, yes.
But everybody's going to lose, but at least change the way you eat and you
Yes.
behave. And until the end of December, it's offered at it will never be like this, at $49. No, $39.
$39.
$39 because I want to fix a few glitches and so forth,
Yeah.
and then full steam ahead in January 2020.
Give them the website.
www.thecognidiet.com. And then I have my 2 books.
She has 2 books.
2 books that you can buy on Amazon for $19. Weight loss starts in your brain and then shows in your hip. So
Okay, so I mean, what a great deal. Don't miss
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
$39 to
Yes.
change your brain, the way you eat and your look. That is awesome. Listen, check out the website. Check out Veronique. She's an awesome woman. And I'm so glad that we were able to do this interview. Thank you so much. I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Listen, you could do anything you want if you put your mind to it. Okay, conquer those fears, move out of your comfort zone and go for it. This is Dr. Joan Coleman, owner director of Let Me Be Me, a program which inspires confidence in people of all ages. Thank you, Veronique Cardon.
bye.